What's up, Watchers? Hey, it's Bill from the XP Guild. This is the Shattered Lands. This is Shield Wardens, session 51. We're joining back with the party on the Arkosian, this like casino island. Where last we left off, they had fought off a group of pirates, and they discovered as they were coming back in a kind of known pirate ship leaving the docks, leaving the like anchorage here at the Arkosian, and finding that no one seemed to have like a record of the ship being there really. But through some of their resources, people that they've talked to that were giving them some information, they discovered that this is kind of a known pirate ship by Captain Flit, the Sweet Revenge. Uh, Leaving the port there. Also, kind of gathered up that Morwarin, the elf, air quotes on elf, uh, is probably behind this, and that they stole a crown, the Crown of Sorrow, I believe is what it was called, and they took that away. Now, a couple things with that is the Morwarin told him he's going to go over to Leoth, and then he was going to head out to an island in the east, a place in the east where there was a bridgehead formed in the mist below that he is trying to fight the mist, and if they want to join him, that's where they could find him. He was leaving directly, even though he kind of intimated to the hotel staff that he'd be leaving in the morning. He told the group themselves that he was going to be departing directly. And so the group met with Lenora, the golden lady of the island, the one running the place, and she promised to basically gather up some magical items, some things for the party, and get them ready to pursue, to either convince Morwarin to return the crown, or perhaps even to help Morwarin up to the party on that part. She just said, basically, beware. The people that you are dealing with, the people down there, have had plenty of time to prep and are not going to go easy. So let's rejoin our party. When last we left off, they were in the garden area. We had Lucius, Hendrix, and Randy hanging out there. Also today, Lucius, Jose is not going to be able to join us today. So we are, you got rid of the wrong frame there. Oh, you're not in the scene either, but that's okay. Yeah, so Lucius will kind of look at you guys. If you guys are got some things to do, I have a couple of things I want to take care of before we meet. See you guys back at the ship in what, couple hours?
Yeah, it seems about right.
All
Make
right.
sure you're on the ship, mate, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. And he kind of wanders back into the casino.
Did you hear what I said? I told him to make sure he's on a ship, mate. Yo, that's just funny.
Goes straight over my head. I'm just like, well, yeah, he needs to be, because we've got to leave.
Yeah, okay. Hendrix, you're comfortable with this?
What do you mean comfortable?
I kind of pushed this.
I haven't got comfortable with any of this stuff since we set sail.
No, me neither. I guess I'm comfortable doing this with you. Whatever this turns out to be.
Agreed. We have gone through a lot, and I'm not going to lie, for everyone I've met in my life, I am surprised me and you are together and still alive.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly sure I was meant to die in a cave about 4 weeks ago. And this is just me not being aware of it yet.
could all be just a dream when we wake up tomorrow.
Oof. I don't know how I would deal with that. If I wake up tomorrow and the only issue I have is making rent on my room in a pub. Don't know how impressed I'd be with that.
You guys will see Natsu kind of strolling out from the casino area.
Ah, how's the new ship going?
It is going well. I mean, to some aspects, I mean, there's some damage and whatnot, but that is not a problem. Just, lick some patches and stick it on, and hopefully it's for the best,
So you had to run off a little sharpish, look around and make sure that we are still alone in this garden. I'm like, so it looks like something went missing from the island. We have a lead and we may be going after.
On my fault.
Yeah. I like that's where your head goes immediately. I'm fairly sure you've definitely taken something, Natsu.
Figment of your imagination. Anyway, so what is this about somebody else stealing something?
That's pretty much it, my guy.
Yeah.
Like big, or like small, or like people.
The person or the item that was taken?
Is it item or is it actually people? Because people get stolen too.
It's an item.
Oh, okay.
It was an item.
How big item?
It's a crown.
Oh, did they kill the person wearing the crown?
Do you know anybody on this island that was wearing a crown?
I mean, there's lots of people wearing crowns, but some are mostly drunk and going, "Ooh, I'm the king of the world," But you don't count those people.
As far as I know, the crown wasn't on somebody's head, but in somebody's treasure chest. And
more valuable.
And this crown may have properties that we're not aware of, and we don't even know how the person's going to use it. We believe it could be for good, but
oh, okay, not like Lucius's spear.
I mean, I got a problem with Lucius's spear. You got a problem with his spear?
I mean, I don't, but I don't want him to stab me in the back when I'm sleeping, but just because the spear says, I ate the wrong tuna fish.
To be honest, I don't mind the spear. I'm a bit worried that he talks to it, but until it answers back, it's not going to be a problem. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I have seen people talk to stuff and they go, woohoo! I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you eat the wrong tuna fish and you get shanked.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But that's not our issue right now. We're going to go and chase after someone.
Do we notice someone?
Yeah, we do. I'm aware of the fact that we're speaking in public. Let's talk about it more on the ship.
No. Well, I mean, we can talk in rhymes and riddles if you'd like. Great topiary, like, oh, look at the elephant. Oh, it's fabulous, it's got little flowers and, someone stole the flowers.
Yeah, I could do that, I guess.
Just pick out which topiary that we're talking about,
Now, you, just out of character, you speaking in Thieves' Camp or just full gibberish right now?
What? Didn't I normally speak this way? What are you talking about in Thieves' Camp? I mean, you want me to draw the little symbols? I can draw the little symbols.
I think he might be drinking.
Yeah. Celebrating the new ship, I guess.
I guess so. Which, not for nothing, I think we're going to have to leave it behind.
Leave what behind?
You did notice we sent a couple of the crew members your way. I don't know if you bumped into them at all.
I mean, lots of people bump into me.
Right, but your new crew, you have them. They are yours. You know that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So they are mine.
They are the ship.
You don't own them.
What? Well, I mean,
But
of course, no one owns any.
I'm sure for
Well,
the
I
right
mean,
price,
you could
can
own
command.
somebody. Yeah, I mean, but I don't do that. I do not own slaves.
Insight check. 15.
I will help him.
Okay, let me roll that
So
again.
I am also looking
Natsu,
at
go
that.
ahead and
19.
make a
I'm curious to see
either
if he's
deception
ever
or
dealt
persuasion.
with you.
You don't have to tell him what. Just tell him the score.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure at some point and some moment in time, Natsu might have owned slaves
That's gonna be
or traded in people.
right. Okay. I'm gonna lean in. Well, I'm gonna lean up to you and jab my finger up into your face and go. We could talk about your failings in the past a bit later on. Right now, your ship and your crew are going to be staying behind. You and us are going to get onto his ship with his crew. And we're going to chase after somebody. All right?
That is fine with me.
Do you have everything you need?
I mean, as far as I know, yes.
Going to be
And
fighting
when
some
I don't
big,
have something,
big
it will come to
bats.
me.
They are very bad people and things that we're going to be facing, Natsu.
I've run into bad people before. It is all a matter about weaving and bobbing and ducking and crawling and hiding and stuff like that. Then popping up and stabbing them in the gonads.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that plan. Okay. Fine. I'm going to walk towards Hendrix's ship. Gonna go. We should go soon.
Yeah, I agree. I'll send a little message back to the ship, just advising it that we plan to set sail soon, and if there's anything it knows that we need for itself, the ship, to let me know.
Yeah, you kind of get a general sense or message back. Basically, oh, I am ready whenever you are. Unless you have a way to revert me from ship form, I think I have got all I need.
Brilliant. Fantastic. See you shortly. I'm going to pop back to the room, make sure we've got nothing left there, and I'll head back down to the docks afterwards. Yeah, I guess if no one's following, I'll walk on ahead.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you guys had told Lenora that, well, she had promised to get you things. You had told her you were leaving in a few hours. She had first said in the morning, and you said, well, we want to leave faster than that. So I think she said like 3 hours or something like that to gather up the stuff, get things ready. So it's up to you. You can wait for these things, or you guys can try to gather up Lucius and everybody and go now, or just, spend out the last few hours.
So Lucius has gone off, and he's meeting us back at the ship in a few hours. So it seems to all fall in place that we are leaving in a few hours once we have everything.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah.
No, I was just saying the reason I'm splitting off was I actually just wanted to have a solo drink at the bar and realize what fucking mess this holiday has got into already. And then go to the ship.
All right. Yeah, no problem. You're able to kind of head off. Is there anything in particular you guys are attempting to work on?
As we head
besides,
off from the ship?
Well, like in this intervening few hours. So Hendrix is going to go have a drink at one of the bars, whether it's Starlight or down here.
Just the hotel.
Yeah. You, Randy, were going to... Is there anything in particular you're working on?
I can't think of anything at the moment. So sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I think 3 hours. I think Randy's going to sit down at a blackjack table and will proceed to either quintuple his money or have nothing left by the time it's done.
Okay. Yeah. So you head back in. Let me make sure we have Dave's piece on here. So Hendrix is off, currently having a drink at the bar. So you head in. You can find yourself a table.
Sure.
Most similar game towards blackjack, or kind of down by the cage in the southeast side of the building there. Natsu, is there something you are working on?
How long do we have before we leave?
You had about 3 hours is kind of
3
what
hours.
the general sense of, in order to gather up things. And
I think for the most part, Natsu is ready to go, but he's still battered and bruised from previous battles and whatnot. So they're going to find a nice little spot to take a cat nap.
okay. Yeah, no problem. I mean, and you guys still had a room up in the hotel part that you could go and do a short rest or whatever for. Yeah, no problem. So Randy, are we you're betting some money?
Yeah.
All right. Also, as you kind of like walk in, you see Lucius at a table with a drink and a pile of coins, and like a pretty girl like kind of like leaning over him and like giving him a massage at one of the tables to the north there.
And to let my boy have some fun.
Yep. Okay, so if my second screen's thing comes back and I can see the rules I made up, let me move this to the first screen so that doesn't have an issue. All right, so we're going to do a gambling check here. So you can roll using either Dex, Wisdom, Intelligence, or Charisma. Or if you had a proficiency with, like, in this case, cards, you could use that benefit. Otherwise, you just roll a d20, add whichever you're using. In this case, since it's like blackjack, it's probably more wisdom or intelligence than your charisma because you're not playing against other people. Sorry.
That's okay. I am a halfling, so I am innately lucky anyway.
Okay.
All right, I'll just roll a d20 and see what happens.
Yep. How much money are you betting?
770 gold.
Okay. Shit. It's a good thing you rolled well.
I've not rolled.
What?
That was Natsu.
Oh, that's Natsu rolled. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. That was him re-rolling his hip dice. Okay.
16 plus 1 on the wisdom, 17.
Okay, well, that was pretty good. Pretty decent. Let's see. Now I have to use a calculator because 770 gold.
Times 1.1.
So you end up with 962 gold by the time you're kind of done with your gambling. And at some point you see Lucius kind of wander off into the building up here, the Royal Designs, with a girl in tow, and kind of disappears.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna let my guy deal with what he's gonna deal with.
No problem. All right. Cool. So after about 3 hours, I guess we could probably just leave the casino scene. After about 3 hours, you guys gather back up at the docks, where your ship is. There is a cart that's been kind of like pulled over to that area, and you see like several people unloading like boxes onto the dock. And they kind of see you walk over. You see a little halfling woman with like ponytail coming down with like silver band worked into it. Oh, hello. Yes, you are you the crew of this ship here?
Yeah.
I have a delivery from Miss Lenora. Could I have a signature from someone to accept the items here?
I sign it. My father's signature.
Thank you very much. She sends her regards and says good luck. And she kind of scurries off.
Hendrix?
I suppose, yeah. Well, after I've had my drink at the hotel bar, I'll lean over to the bartender and just say, the sellsword Marcus, and I was wondering if you could hand him a note for us. And I write a little note on a bit of paper, seal, and give it to them. And I'll head to the ship.
All right. Yeah.
Meeting the rest of them. Ah! Is that the delivery from...
Lenora?
Brilliant. What has she gave us?
I open up.
So in there are several large crates. The first one you open up, you can tell it's just like packaging of like foodstuffs. It's nothing like extravagant. It's mainly like almost like trail rations type things, like easily eaten, preserved, like dried fruits, jerkies, breads that are like hardtack almost, but yeah. So that's a chunk of it. You pop open another one, and there is inside. There is actually several scrolls in there, in like scroll casings. There's a wooden box that's probably about a foot long, 8 inches wide, and it's like 3 or 4 inches deep, set in there. If you open up that one, there are 7 griffin feathers inside. So there's these like leaves that are these like kind of bluish color. It almost looks like feathers, but it is from a plant. And in the scrolls you look through, there are 4 knock spell scrolls.
Nice.
And there is one scroll. It's the word of recall. And there's a little note like attached, says, I have set this to return to my gardens. And just signed L. And you see also there is a big tube like container. It's like a big leather tube that is about, so I left the page I was on. Returning really quickly. I think it's about like 7. Well, this one is rolled. It's about 5 feet, maybe a little bit bigger than 5 feet long. And if you pop that up open, you see this kind of like ornate carpet sitting inside.
Nice.
And this will be a 5x7 carpet when you roll it out.
A perfectly ordinary rug. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stroke it, enjoying the texture. And
she's really sorted us out.
Yeah, it really ties the ship together.
Oh, I don't know why she's giving us that dirty rug, but the Nox scrolls are definitely going to be useful.
I'm serious, man. If someone pees on this rug, I'm going to be really pissed.
I wasn't planning on it, but noted.
The rug really ties the ship together.
While we're on the subject, everyone knows where the toilets are on this ship, right? I don't want people just pissing on
carpet, okay? Guys.
I do not pee on carpets. What are you talking about?
I like the way we all just pan round and look at Natsu and Lucius.
Yeah, Lucius kind of like stumbles up. Speaking of the toilet, I use it.
Go on.
He rushes off and goes.
Maybe go over the side. Go over the side. You're going to throw up. Go over the side, away from the ship.
You may want to tell him not go over the side because that's a lone drop.
It's all right. We can all. Oh no, we can't.
Yeah, he's legit the only one who can't. I guess Natsu doesn't really fly, does he? All right. Yeah. You guys get everything loaded up. Lucius is down below. You can kind of hear sounds of him vomiting, not feeling well for a little while before it goes quiet.
As occasionally, if I'm passing by, I can make some runny eggs and some, greasy bacon for you.
No.
You scramble it up and do like a porridge.
I feel queasy hearing him from distance.
All right, and you guys shove off. Now the question is, where did you guys want to go? And I have here, finally,
new map. It's a new map time.
Oh, I bet because I don't have people here, I need to drop people so you guys can actually see what the hell's going on.
There's just a sudden darkness. Do you see that?
Yeah. Well, sometimes your GM's not the smartest.
You've got your eye patch on the wrong eye, Natsu. Switch them over.
Oh, well, I was trying to think of Lucius. So.
Does that not work? Because I don't have global illumination on this thing. One of these days, I will figure out how this works.
Listen, it's the start of the campaign.
Oh, there you go. Kind of, generally. Yeah.
You're still learning.
You've only been using this program for how long, and yet you still can't get it right. Okay,
look,
there we go.
There's color now.
Alrighty, so...
The GM has said so.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
First I can
Did
zoom
I
out.
have
That is a lot.
Nope. That's not
when
one.
I see the map, I'm like, I trace Letong and I trace Mithras.
So you guys are currently up here in the Arkosian.
And we're going to Kiel.
So, yeah, I mean, Leoth is where you know that Morwarin had said he was heading. Then he said he was going to head to the east, where there's his island spot. He didn't really give you specific information about that. But, yeah. This is the general layout of it, along with the regions. You also know that this region of the South Desland is currently in, like, a civil war at the moment.
Okay.
So possibly a dangerous airspace to kind of generally be in, but you can navigate around the airspace if that is the desired effect.
I mean, the good thing about Civil War is it is good to trade on both sides.
This is not my area. I can tell the ship where to go, but not the route to take. Any advice? I'm all ears. We're going to direct route and...
Yeah, let's just hit a direct route. We can't afford to faff about in terms of timing. If we're going to catch up with them or manage to keep pace with them before they leave Leoth to go to their island, which is not on this map, we need to go in a straight line and hope we catch them.
Understandable.
If we face anyone who comes along and they want to actually have a war with us, we'll remind them who we are.
All right. So you guys are heading off towards Leoth. Anything in particular you guys are doing along this journey?
I am taking off my ring of storing. I am putting it into my backpack. And I am attuning myself to my Stoneheart dagger.
Oh.
And I think I'm probably going to fall asleep because I would have been awake at this point for almost 20 hours.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay on deck. Not actually steering the boat, but taking a short rest, just minding the deck and every so often having a look about. Waiting till I see anything of interest to then decide if I want to alert the rest of the crew.
All right. And Natsu, anything in particular?
In the kitchen, of course. Cooking special meals and whatnot for the healing properties and the whatnots of, the crew and the main companions.
All right. Cool. This journey will take you several days to get to Leoth.
Okay.
So
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a special, special rations put to the side for my special ability about cooking and stuff like that. For Hendrix and Randy and stuff like that. But for everybody else, I'm gonna just cook normally. So on and so forth. So.
Your ship legit is just you guys on there, so there's not like you don't have a crew. So it's this particular ship is just because it's fairly small and it can be manned by you guys itself. So, and I'm also kind of assuming that if the sails need to be fixed or rotated, one of you is kind of figuring that out as you go. You generally have enough knowledge of that, especially Natsu, how to man and work the riggings and everything of his ship. So, Hendrix, I guess you're on deck, so give me a perception check. We'll go for the first leg of the trip. And then can someone roll me a D20?
My perception, I got a 25.
Okay, yeah. Yes, see, thanks.
It was a poor roll as well.
I can do the D20.
Yeah. Just tell me what you roll.
1 again.
Oh, no. What a combination.
I know. Second one in a row.
You got this.
Thank you.
Roll out your ones, I say.
So as you take off sailing out, you end up encountering a storm kind of rolls through. Massive amounts of thunder and lightning. The ship kind of gets bounced around and pushed around quite a bit in this storm. And it ends up being pretty difficult for you to maintain this ship, especially up there by yourself, Hendrix, since the rest are kind of either resting or out of it. So you will get a point of exhaustion for this first leg of the trip, and you've realized that your ship more or less has lost time because of this storm. Will kind of extend the length of this ship.
Okay. After I feel enough time has passed, and my crew should have got a good enough rest, I will then start complaining about me having to do all the work.
Yeah.
Have I taken a long rest at this point?
Yeah. I'd say like you guys can take your long rest and then basically come up, and Hendrix would have to would probably need to be resting here soon.
I hear what you say, and I will cast an animating performance on the mop on the ship, and it starts swabbing the deck.
Very Walt Disney.
Very Walt Disney. And I will go up to the rigging, and I will spend time there fixing anything within the sails. Fairly confident that if I get knocked off or buffeted about, I can survive that sort of moment.
Okay.
If required.
Sounds good.
If you're going to take a nap, then I suggest you go take a nap, Captain.
Yeah, I'll leave Randy in charge and go down. Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't have done that, but Lucian's has had the shits the last 2 days, and Natsu, well, he speaks to me in riddles, so.
I think he traded in slaves.
What?
I think
Okay.
he was a slave trader.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Noted. As I go down to
also hear
sleep.
the thing he said about in a civil war, it's good to trade on both sides. I think he peddled in war.
Slaves and warmongering.
I mean,
You said he was
smiles.
right for this crew.
Listen, the more I say it out loud, the more I believe it. He may be terrible, but he's our kind of terrible, you know?
For now, I agree. Wake me up if you need me. I'll
See.
head down.
Okay. I considered letting the authority go into my head, and I was like, "Now I'm going to be other people today." I set Natsu up on the ship wheel because he has experience of actually flying a ship. I'll put Lucius on the front, keeping an eye out, and I'll stay up in the rigging, making sure that we can make good time. I'll put a bardic inspiration on both of them in the morning and then again in the afternoon.
Okay. All right. So why don't you give me a perception check? Lucius still seems a little out of it. Like he's there, but he's just kind of like, like moving along with the ship. The storm. Well, let's see how much has the storm subsided.
I rolled a 6 on perception.
Okay. Billy, why don't you roll this time for the D20? Since the other two are up there. That's you rolled last time. What was it?
Snap, crackle, and pop, baby.
It's our curse.
I got a 1.
We can't get rid of him.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, this
I'm gonna be able to catch that man, bro.
this storm is
shit.
raging.
It's raging.
It's
I don't know how we feel.
Yeah.
I'm asleep. Like, what the hell is going on?
And I love that it's like we gotta hurry. We gotta get there. We gotta catch up to him. And I'm just leaving this up to the die rolls. So
yeah.
This storm thrashes you guys about. At the helm, Natsu, like, you know what you're doing, but like this is a torrential storm. So you have been kind of buffeted around and beaten back. It's hard to see much else of what's going on here, and as the day goes by, it seems, just by the general reckoning of things, that you haven't really made much progress. I mean, you're moving forward, but it's not nearly at the rate that you would like to. At one point, like, the ship was going the wrong way, and then you figure it out. You're like, oh, wait, turn it back in, as the kind of compass comes back in to working properly. Cool, awesome, great. So the three of you up on deck, though, will get a point of exhaustion from dealing with this storm. So then Hendrix will wake up and be the only bright-eyed, bushy-tailed one. Everyone else is looking haggard as you come back out.
Slept like a baby last night. It's like someone was rocking me in a cradle. It was amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Captain.
Right. So, we're nearly there then, I assume. Wait.
Definitely closer.
Well, you know, some things go, some things come, some things stay the same. Sometimes you just, look outside and snails move faster than you.
Halfway through his mum, I'm just like, okay, that's it. I will pull Daisy.
It has been a long 8 hours.
Oh, no, right. I know, Natsu. I've had to deal with you.
Just in this rain? No. I
want to make it real clear, Captain. I did not cast Babel on him. That's just him talking.
I was curious. I will summon Daisy. My main goal is for Daisy to fly and try and find some sort of wind current that we could try and pick up on and try and make up some time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Lucius kind of comes stumbling by. He's with the storm and still not. And he goes like downstairs.
So he's been useful, by the way. Glad we brought him along.
I offered him a remedy, but
Yeah, well, it's difficult trying to give him advice, let alone trying to.
No, I mean, he's gonna have to discover his own journey. The fact that he's been sick this long, I wonder if something got put in his drink. Then I remember he's not very good at drinking. Another day passes.
Sorry, there's an alarm going off on this dashboard.
Yeah,
dude.
By dashboard, you mean the wheel?
No, beyond the wheel, the little magical.
Apparently, Natsu's really tired too. All right. Okay, let's get another round of rolls. Someone perception, someone roll me a d20.
I'll jump on perception.
I think it's Randy's turn to roll a d20.
Yeah, guys, I'll show you how to not roll a nat one. It's this easy, okay?
Mm-hmm. Waiting for it.
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Boom. Here we go.
Oh, flip.
Oh, shit.
Called it as well.
This is wild.
Okay,
nice.
That's the 20, and this is the perception of a 16 total.
Hold on. I did call that, right?
You did, before you even touched the button.
That was damn good. Damn good.
Well, that's me done for the game of D&D. I've just won. I'm going to go home. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
All right. So, luckily, with Daisy's help, you're able to kind of find a current and get yourself back, kind of heading in the right direction. And as you advance forward, you kind of pick up that you have drifted a bit, kind of a bit into the Desland airspace down here from the storm. You start making your way, and you're doing pretty good. However,
Making way downtown, past land.
As you go, you spot a ship coming out of a cloud, kind of making its way in like an intercept course with you, waving some flags towards you. You do recognize that this is like a Desland ship. There's like a flag from the nation up there. They seem to be trying to hail you.
We should at least talk to them. Just explain we drifted over through the wind from the storm.
They're not going to buy that. Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm open to suggestions.
Do you have any semaphore flags?
So, what?
Do you have any flags of communication for your ship? No?
What do you want me to tell them? What do we need? What does the flag need to look like?
I got it. I do a performance of creation and create one large flag with 5 smaller flags. And I have them do an animating performance as they do, as I ask them to do it, and they'll just stand up and do their own version of action. Okay, I wanted to do this. Hi, how you doing? Sorry we're not at home. Leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. I'm sure that you're very important because your ship looks very big. But the fact is, we're far too busy to really give a fig. So I suggest that you and your crew turn around and do as you do. I hate to be the one to start a feud, but if you do, then you will lose. You're dealing with the Shield Wardens, and we don't care about Desland, your stupid little civil war. We're passing through these airs right now, so really just put yourself to awe and set yourself by going by wind and going far behind. My friend, I'm tired of your shit. Seriously, fuck off. Nothing runs with behind.
I do not know.
Yeah, you see.
All right.
I don't speak flag, but it looked very pretty.
Oh, it was be prepared.
You see flags kind of flashing back, saying, stand down, prepare for boarding.
I reply back, your prose is prosaic. You bore me. Pathetic. I suggest you look at rhyming schemes if you can even read, you fucking has-beens. They told us we can keep going forward. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just waved at them politely then and keep going.
You hear a cannon go off, and you see like the puff of smoke, and it goes like past your ship, like out in front of your ship.
Huh. Okay. So they may have told us to stand down and prepare to be boarded. But I mean, we're not going to do that, are we?
Well, we're in a time crunch. We haven't got time, and with all the amount of items on here, we don't want people taking it for their civil war.
Absolutely not.
Can you outrun them? Is the best chain of action right now? Because yeah, that was not a good conversation.
Damn right, give it a go. I'm assuming that's like another big cloud in front of us, like the last combat. Not like a pillar of stone or anything.
No, yeah.
It's a good question. That's a great question.
That's a good question. No,
you are. Yeah. It's just a broken off part of an island that's just floating in the way. Right.
No.
It's a cloud that's got an island inside it.
There's still some clouds from the storm that has just recently dissipated, floating around here, but it's fairly safe light.
Is that ship bigger than us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger, and definitely appears to be more like designed as a warship. It's flying like a large blue flag up top, which is the nation's colors. And it is kind of, you can tell that it's bristling with soldiers, kind of like running all over the ship.
I look at Randy and I'm like, I could probably cover up half and get the ship to that cloud. But remember how you caught Lucius last time he fell off the ship?
Yeah.
Are you able to do anything like that to stop their approach?
Yeah.
As he says, yeah, I will then kick in the I don't remember what we called it, fire breath booster thing, just so we can get some speed up. I'll show everyone, hold on, and it will just engage.
I mean, I had to be a lot closer as we start going.
I don't know that.
All right.
And then once that fire burst is at the end, I will then turn on the fog to try and hide and mask the shape of the ship.
All right.
Oh, nice. Of course, we can't see them now, so I definitely can't do that.
You said yeah. You didn't tell me there were caveats.
Nope, I never do.
1 second.
Oh no, fair enough. It says a point I choose within range. Doesn't say I have to be able to see it.
No. As you guys like kick up speed and kind of make way to try to like outrun this ship, a couple of cannons go off, and 2 of them slam into the ship, rocking the ship. And can I get everyone to give me a either dexterity or strength saving throw, depending on however you would be keeping yourself stable while your ship is getting hit by cannons.
24 as I bounce and jump up as it hits, working on the basis force will not be dissipated through to me.
Okay.
It's like jumping as the lift is falling, and just at the last second you jump up as it falls down, you're going to be fine.
Have I rolled yet? Because I feel like I clicked it twice and nothing's popping up on my screen.
I'm not saying anything from you.
I think.
No. It's giving me.
I don't see anything.
Every time I click it, it's opening up like the information tab for dexterity saving throws and not actually rolling it. So I'm just going to roll d20 and I've got a +6 to it.
Do you have an alt button?
I got an 11 total.
Remember you got that bardic inspiration I gave you?
Oh, okay. I did not know. I will use that now. D8, D10?
D10.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
That's a 3 on that, so that is a 14 total.
Okay. Let's see.
That was a saving throw. You get 3 extra temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it not rolling? Can I roll a strength? No.
And Natsu, what did we get?
26, of course.
Okay. All right. So Hendrix, you are kind of like thrown down to the deck. Force of the impact kind of shudders through everybody here, and splinters of wood kind of go flying. The 2 of you that made your save, you'll take 7 points of piercing damage, and Hendrix, you'll take 15 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
So I'm going to use my evasion.
Can I uncanny dodge that? Or evasion, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, evasion for sure would be half, because this was a deck save.
Okay, so I'm just going to add 7 back on.
Yep. So it would be 7 total. So I give yourself 1 more, because I was rounding down. I was rounding down.
Nice.
All right.
I still don't know why I can't roll saving throws.
That is weird.
Refresh.
That is weird.
I start casting mending on the hull. It will not finish in time. It takes a minute to cast it, but here we are.
There you are. You're working on it.
I'm working on it.
It's not at all what I wanted. I want this to be. That didn't work. I hate it when things don't work.
I can roll like an acrobatics by clicking it, but.
Oh.
Oh. Is everything
How
now
far
captured?
away are we from their ship at this point?
Certainly closing. What do we got here? We're at about 120 feet.
Okay. Okay. At 120 feet. Can I see their captain?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. That's a 22.
Yeah, you would spot the captain. He is on the quarterdeck, kind of back with a like a telescope up to his eye as he's like kind of watching you guys engaging, shouting out orders.
Can I get an intelligence saving throw from him, please?
Okay. Let's see.
I unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from my forehead at him.
Let's see. That would be a 19.
Mother lover.
Rolled really well.
Silvery barbs.
Alrighty.
That's my reaction.
That one's only a 14.
That is a fail. Okay.
Okay.
He's incapacitated until the start of my next turn, and he's going to take 7d6 psychic damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
21 points of psychic damage.
21 points of psychic damage.
And that will be in the form of me shouting, "Do not fuck with us."
You guys hear cannons going off again. Let's see what we
He's
got.
giving the order. What kind of law process are these ships even following?
Do we get any advantage being covered in smoke now?
Yeah, they're getting disadvantage on their rolls here. Yeah, the cannon of fire goes off, and you can kind of hear the balls like whistling through the fog, but it misses.
Thank fuck.
Good.
So you do officially
Back to my
have
feet.
thing in chat, by the way, DM.
Oh, what do I have in chat? Because I don't have anything open right now.
Looks like disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
A DM disadvantage. Okay, yeah. Okay. I see where you guys are.
Just so you know, I rolled for my silvery barbs, my chaos magic, and I passed, but I'm now up to 6.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
It's gonna come soon. It's getting very spicy.
Yeah. All right.
If I've had time, I'm now back to my feet, hands on the wheel, and evasive maneuvers.
All right, sounds good. Let me.
How long is their ship, and how are we within 60 feet of it?
How long is their ship? Their ship is probably close to 200 feet. And it looks like someone just measured and you were about 90 to 120 feet.
We're about 90 feet away. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to hold an action until we get to 60 feet. And I will be aiming for an area where I see the captain and I assume a large chain of command in that area, like most ships. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You had already spotted the captain on the back quarterdeck. There are, a few other officers kind of throughout the ship in different locations. There's at least like the captain and probably what looks like a first mate up there, along with a helmsman. And there you spotted some people on the deck like shouting orders to some of the crew. And then like it's got on a lower deck, it's got like the cannon array of cannons. In fact, there's actually looks like there's a couple of decks of cannons because they're like layered out top of each other, sort of thing. Okay. Anything, Natsu, that you're doing?
Well, I need to get close, and right now I have a headache, so and I'm wet. So I would just wait until the time comes. All
right.
Now, if somebody can, magically teleport me to the ship, I might be able to get into their, powder room and make boom boom.
I don't think we're going to have enough time for that. Look, and I point to the fog cloud.
Or
yes. Well,
genocide a whole ship full of people.
What?
Looking at the size of that ship, there's at least 100 people on that ship.
They fired first.
The cannons kind of go off and they miss again as they move forward. They're still kind of moving in the trajectory that you were headed before. Is there anything you guys are doing as they move to like an intercept pattern?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. If you're okay with me doing a couple of things.
Always.
Okay. I'd like to dimension door above the ship. As I'm falling down towards the ship, I'd like to cast Babel at the captain and the surrounding 30 feet around him. And then I'd like to cast Dimension Door again back to my own ship. It's an 18-second worth of action.
Yeah. What's the height? What's the distance of Babel?
It is 120 feet.
Okay, because you normally fall
60 feet.
60 feet around.
Right.
So you're going to cast Dimension Door. You fall 60 feet. You cast your spell.
Yeah.
You'll fall 60 feet, which would be just about hitting the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do a couple things. First of all, so you cast Dimension Door, and you start falling. You're falling 60 feet. I'm going to roll.
Where the hell did Randy go?
Choose my
perception. He could have took one of us with us. With that Dimension Door.
But I didn't want to.
One of it, I could fly and hold him in the air.
That would have worked.
Now I just look at the side of the ship and see you. Where's Randy?
Oh no, he's done a Randy.
Well, it's tough too because you guys are
never go full Randy
cloud, so it's not really able to see much of what's going on. Okay, one of the guys on board the ship does spot you because I rolled really well. Okay. As you're falling, and then you let's see. Now these will end up having disadvantage because of the fog, and that doesn't matter because they were all horrible rolls. You hear some like musket fire going off as they're shooting up at you. Now you cast your Babel. What's the save on that?
Babel. Every creature within a 30-foot radius centered on point I choose within range. Intelligence saving throw. DC is unknown. You think it would say, but it doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, all my other DC saves are 17.
Yeah, so there would be 17. Okay. So with that, like there you see, and you're centering around like the captain and the
I want to stretch out as wide as I can. So I think if the captain's at one end of the ship, I will push down further into the ship.
Okay.
And of course, that's a 30-foot radius, so that would also carve into the lower decks as well.
Yeah. You see a large number of the people kind of go, oh, that's right, I had a disadvantage, so let's burn that for the one pass I did make. Yeah, you see like a huge swath of the ship just kind of like, right? You kind of make some, incoherent or...
They cannot communicate in any spoken language. The words come out as gibberish. Spells with verbal components can be cast. It doesn't impact telepathic communication, non-verbal communication, or sounds emitted by any creature that doesn't have a spoken language. They can attempt another intelligence saving throw as an action.
No problem. That's...
But there is a moment, hopefully, of pure disarray on the ship as it goes into a fog with no one telling them what to do as they go into a fog.
Yeah. And then what was your armor class?
Not good.
I got a 15.
That hits me.
Okay. And I'm kind of just rolling large numbers just to like...
No, I understand.
These are like group firings, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 23 points of piercing damage as another round of musket fire. Most of them miss you, but there's a volley that kind of like hits you as you're falling in the air. Give me a dexterity. Just a straight dexterity roll. So you just like click on your whatever your dexterity is or roll a d20 and add your dexterity to that.
It's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is fast enough that like you're able to then cast Dimension Door right before hitting the deck of the ship.
Nice. It all went perfectly.
Now, on the other hand, I think that you still maintain momentum.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we were 120 feet up, right?
I was going down. I'm going to Dimension Door going up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna peer. I'm gonna peer at the ship deck on our side, but going vertical like a rocket.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're gonna appear like whatever 60 or 100 feet up above your own ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just got the image of you going.
All right. And so you're falling there. Is there anything you guys are doing? Because this is essentially like 4 rounds of his actions.
Yeah. While that was happening,
yeah,
evasive maneuver. But now we're both in the fog. My idea was to sharp turn so they don't know what direction we are now heading. Either if it's a pullback to go over their ship or a sharp like right to try and turn out and come back out of the fog.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You at one point during your maneuvers, you are hit with a cannon, because even with disadvantage, that was going to hit. So I need dexterity saving throws or strength saving throws from you and Natsu. I guess I should just do dexterity. You guys are strength people.
Rolling when I click you. You just.
It's like, no, you will not have easy use of your stuff.
Is there a setting I've turned on somewhere?
Have you got a function button pushed on?
That's what I'm looking at. Like,
so we're doing evasive maneuvers. So you're changing directions. Are you? We'll deal with that in a second.
I'm just gonna roll another d20 and then just add 6. Well, just as bad. Less than a 10. Sorry. I thought.
Okay. I rolled horribly though, so it's only it would be 8 points. You get to have that anyways because of your thing. So 4 points of damage from that. Natsu, that passes. I think you have the thing that you don't take any damage if you pass.
Evasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're good. You pull some monk stuff and are chill. Randy, you guys are in a fog cloud. And your ship is changing direction. Hendrix, which direction were you heading? What's the plan for the evasive maneuver here to change?
It would have been up and to the right. So like spiraling up, going up like that way to get out of the way. Okay. So the idea is if they were going straight to intercept, we're either going to go over them or turn away from them, almost be parallel. But
so you turning away from the direction they are and up, sort of thing, or towards them and up?
Toward them and up.
I
feel the turning would be too sharp and we'd probably bash into each other if I don't know my turning circle of the ship yet.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so Randy, how do we adjudicate the not knowing your ship's going to change direction? And not the visual direction for your dimension door.
I would be going to where I thought they were going to be. If they are not there, as I shoot up, I look down and I don't see the ship, which I should have had directly by my feet. And I realize something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm up in the mist, completely not surrounded by my friends.
Yes. That is what's happened so far.
And then I'm going to start falling at that point as gravity takes over. I guess at that point, I will think to myself, well, I can't do Dimension Door anymore because I don't have any more fourth. Well, I don't have that particular level of spell.
So drag you guys into the cloud. There you go.
I'm falling.
Let me roll if I right click and click roll.
I don't want to cast
so weird.
Fly.
Yeah.
Since doing that will make me want to concentrate on that.
And you
but
don't
I am
like to
falling an awful lot right now as I'm thinking these thoughts.
Yeah.
And I am running out of time to make a choice. What do I do?
And as the rest of the party, are you guys doing anything? I mean, I would assume that at some point there you realize that Randy has disappeared. You don't really know. Well, Hendrix, you have both of you guys have amazing perceptions. So you probably would have seen like this, and you've seen him cast a spell before. At least Natsu has. You see the door open up and Randy jump through. So you saw him disappear. You didn't see any of the rest of the things he just did, which are really cool and awesome, but you don't have a clue where exactly he is.
And then you hear a voice on the wind going, Hendrix!
I will look out for him, shout to Lucius to slow his falling down. I believe he has Featherfall. He's used it on us before in the past.
I have Featherfall. I just not thought about it.
This sounds on brand.
Only I had a spell to slow my descent. Frustration.
Let's see.
Why are you setting virtual tabletop? Are you linked to something and you're trying to display it on a virtual tabletop somewhere? Is that what the issue is?
Me? No, I'm not.
No, I'm talking about my character. I think it might be linked to something.
I mean, most linked over here, but I haven't been hearing any. I haven't seen or heard anything pop up over here. So he does have Featherfall. Now, let's see. Choose up to Philo. Within range. Okay. So he doesn't have to see you. Randy, you do feel yourself start to slow as Featherfall is cast on you by Lucius.
And I think, and I'm good.
Yeah. Well, you guys still don't know where he is.
True.
I mean, you heard his voice, but it's also in a cloud. So the exact direction is a little tough to ascertain. I suppose you could make some sort of intelligence or wisdom check, maybe, to like see if you could, vector in on where he's going. Feel free to jump in, anyone, at any point. Do you want to do something? I'm just kind of letting this go. I got nothing.
I'd like to do something.
Okay.
I'd like to call out and say, to me, my savant semaphore suppliers, and you guys will see the big flag and the 5 small flags take off from the deck, flying towards me. Flapping in the breeze as they fly, dashing at 60 feet around towards me. They can fly, which is insane.
It would be really annoying if you gave an item like sentience but it had no move speed.
It would just be irritated with you. It's got a higher arm. These flags have a higher armor class than me. Anyway, I should wrap myself up in these flags. Anyway, they fly off, so you can follow them, or at least they should give you an idea of a direction in which I am. And what they can do is, as they are in a line of 6, after 60 feet, one will stop at 60 feet and will hover, waving a flag, and then the next one will go 60 feet and will stop waving a flag, creating a flag trail in the air towards me as I'm floating down.
Okay. If he is not underneath, above the ship, I'll try and angle it. If he is far too far away, we'll think of something else.
I'm behind you. I mean, you could turn the ship around, or you could jump off and just get me.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, the ship, by the time it will turn, it would be quite a while to make that tight of a turn in the air.
Oh, looks like we're doing this. Fuck it, ship, you got the wheel, and I will activate the boots and then try and go after the flags.
Okay. So Hendrix rushes off.
Lucius and Natsu on a self-steering ship.
As you go past the flags, they're going to give you a slap on your butt as you go past, like a wet towel.
Is the ship continuing in the same general path that you would set it on, or are you?
Yeah, almost like a spiral to the right, going upwards.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Cool. It's not at all strange how this is.
Okay. When I say to the right, I mean the way the ship's turning, not the right side of the map, just so that's clear.
Well, yeah, so I had asked you if you're going away or towards the ship, and then you said towards the ship, so...
Yeah, to the right. I didn't want to make... I don't know if I was being confusing with my language, that was all.
Well, that's... Yeah, I tried to get a clarifying answer, and apparently I got the wrong.
Apologies.
It's okay.
Well, here we are. Clearly you made it.
Here you go.
Acid pig's ear of it, and only you and no one else in this conversation.
Yeah, no one else was confused about what's going on here. Let's see if another round of cannon fire does anything. Well, those are all low enough I don't have to re-roll, because they... Oh, wait, one was a 16. Let's see. This one hit? Yeah. Alrighty. Well, on board is just Natsu and Lucius. So, Natsu, let's get that roll again. guess I should have been rolling for Lucius. Yeah. Oh, there's one. 2. That won't
You're
work.
going to get so mad at me, Hendrix.
25.
3.
I am once I get you. But why didn't you just do the thing that I said last time?
Oh, it's going to be worse than that. I think by the time you catch up to me, you're going to see me sitting astride the large flag, which is a large item and therefore can be used as a mount effectively. And I can fly on it like a broomstick. And I come flying towards you. I go, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
Just why? And the ship, and the cannons.
Where's the ship? You can't just leave your ship. You're the captain. What were you thinking?
I Lost Boys fall into the smoke. Just.
All right.
I fly after you like Harry Potter.
Mumbling to myself, why did he not do that wall of force thing again?
You know what I could have done? I could have done a wall of force. That would have been really useful, I think.
Could have just stopped them, made them crash into a wall.
I mean, I could have just stopped them, and then they would have gone crashing into a wall. Can you hear me? The wind is rushing past my ears right now.
All right. With that, I think you guys are able to get back to the ship. Since Hendrix knows where his ship is, he can guide you back, even though it's still moving, pulling off this maneuver. And the other ship had continued on, and we'll kind of prowl around for a little bit, but you're able to kind of loot it at this point. And we can break out of combat here for this as antics had ensued.
So Randy, when I asked you if you could do that thing that caught Lucius when he fell off the boat last time.
Yeah.
You had that. I just wanted to make sure you had that.
No, I heard you say it, and I could have done it, but I need to be within 120 feet of them. And I need to...
So you did what? Because all I've seen is you jump off the ship and vanish.
So I'd like for the canon version of my spell for Dimension Door to be I make a halfling-sized door in the air appear, but like a proper Hobbiton hole door, you know, with like a really gaily painted door frame and doorknob, and that I can just open up and I can step through into it, and then it winks out behind me. I'd like for that to be my version of Dimension Door.
Okay.
So I say to you, I just open up a door, and then I stepped through it, and then I appeared above their ship, and I fell down, and as I was falling down, I made them all forget how to talk properly to each other. You know, I made them chat like Nazi. And then I make another door appear, and I can appear through that door, and I disappear, and I land back on your ship. But of course, I'm going so fast, I need to have myself go up through the door so that when I get I use up all my speed, and then I can fall back down again. But at that point, I realized you weren't where you were going to be. And I assume that's because we're being sneaky, and I applaud that. Excellent work, no worries.
Also,
it's not your
didn't know
fault.
you were going to leave the ship.
I think I'm just saying you need to communicate a little bit better what you're going to do with us as a team so we can work together. It's not cool when you just go off half-cocked with your own plans, okay? So, yeah. Then I started falling, and I thought to myself, man, I wish I could actually stop myself from falling, but I couldn't think of a spell. But you know what? I think I can do that. It's called Featherfall. I just blanked. Anyway, fell, and I thought, to me, my flags, because, you know, I had those flags before, and they came and helped out. And this guy's going to be nifty for the next hour. And I start whizzing around the ship. Woo, woo, woo. Look, pretty cool. Do you want to go? Why are you looking at me like that?
I just glad you're okay.
When
you're just like that frustrated father, almost like there's nothing I can say that you're going to listen to now.
You're giving me the look that my dad used to give me when I came home drunk with a woman.
It's just, I didn't know you were going to come back drunk with a woman.
I had to say, you really need to start recognizing who you're hanging out with better.
You're right. No, you're completely right. I should have seen it coming. When I asked you to do a specific thing, you were going to do something completely different. It is completely on me. I'm sorry, Randy.
I'm going to roll an insight with that
Natsu.
disadvantage to see if I spot that sarcasm.
Yes.
Did you notice if the ship is still about?
Randy was clueless about the inside check, by the way.
I rolled a 27 for my perception.
Yeah, I'd say you kind of were able to spot the ship kind of heading off. Like it seemed to be looking for you for a while, but like up in the little crow's nest up there, you're able to kind of like pop that out of the cloud enough for him to kind of see with the keeping the ship kind of in it, and able to kind of do a couple circles until the ship seems to give up and move on with its day.
It is not burning and crashing and falling to the demon ground, so, people are still alive. They are
It's
still
fine, but they're not coming
though.
towards us.
No.
Yeah, and I think with that, let's go into a break. Let's take our bio break, and we'll be back in 15 minutes and see if we ever get to the island that we were heading to.
Never.
It's not happening. That guy's going to go off and face demons by himself.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nat 1s for the next storm front.
Ooh, boy, that was a string.
No.
That was a string of now ones. All right, guys. We'll be back. Thank you all for joining us live. And if you're catching us later, thanks. Give us thumbs.
Peace.
If you are enjoying our content, please consider supporting us through Patreon. Patrons get access to videos early, as well as digital content easily imported into your own game or campaign. Every bit of support helps us grow as a channel. Do you enjoy watching a live game? Do you have Amazon Prime? Please consider subscribing using your Prime sub on twitch.tv/thexpguild. This is a free and easy way to support the channel. Finally, if you do enjoy this content and know others who might, tell your friends and family about the XP Guild. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for rejoining us here. Just a quick shout out to all who are joining us live. We do appreciate you joining us live here on twitch.tv/thexpguild or over on YouTube. That is a live stream as well, and as well as on Kick. You can check out any episodes. Majority of them are up on YouTube. If you missed this, if you are checking this out on YouTube, give us likes, thumbs up, whatever. If you like what we do here, there's a lot of other stuff. Follow our socials, and Dave puts out like our schedule. Now, hopefully, he does not lose power anytime soon again, and we'll be back to our normal recording schedules. Last but not least, we don't have like sponsors for the show. We do have some patrons, so we do appreciate them. And if people want to jump on and send us $1 or $2 or whatever a month, that just helps us pay for other things. All the programs we use to run all these, all that stuff. So yeah, we do appreciate all of them, all you guys. But just being here, joining us, we love that. So thank you all. When we go back, our party has just eluded a ship from Desland that was attempting to board them, perhaps seize whatever goods they could towards their Civil War fights. But the party was able to avoid this through much shenanigans. And now are sailing off. So let's get back to our party, as we need more D20 rolls. Who wants to roll the D20?
I've shown you how to do it. Just call out the number you want to hit, and you will hit it.
There you go.
Go on, you try it now, Sue.
All right, we want D20. We want a 20 to roll. So let us roll D20.
You want a perception at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I rolled a 7.
7 and a 14.
Which is funny, because if you take off the line going this way, it's a 1.
All right. All in all, you were able to make some progress with the help of Daisy getting you into that right airstream. And however, it's just the wind kind of ends up turning against you, and you make progress, but it is slowing. Day 4 now of this, what should have been like a 3-day trip. We have about 2 more days to go, thanks to the storm and everything. Let's roll again.
All right, lads, I'm going to show you how to do this one more time, okay? You ready? I'm going to roll a 20. Okay? That's a 17.
That's pretty good, though. Pretty good. Yeah, you make really good progress and push forward. No issues. I mean, one last roll.
Come on, Andrew.
Hopefully, one
It
last
would be
roll.
our lovely Captain Hendrik.
So you say if I just say roll a 20,
Yeah.
a nat 20, it just happens.
Happens.
Like now. I got 3.
What is up with your dice, both of you? Like, did you anger Asmodeus or something?
I
don't.
D&D Beyond. It wouldn't even let me roll saving throws earlier.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's true.
It's like-
That's true.
Be glad I give you this 3.
You're lucky you may roll at all.
So we want perception.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, that's good.
No, I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 10. But luckily my bonus to that is like 8, so 18.
Okay.
And I roll with advantage always on perception, so.
Yeah.
With that 3 that he rolled there, can I do something
Sure.
about it? I don't know if I can do it. Okay, yeah. Can I, once per long rest, I can gain advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So I can give him an advantage on that roll?
Okay.
Cool. Tides of Chaos. You're allowing that? That's crazy. I would never allow that if I was a GM. No.
Honestly, I
Just
half
even-
finished.
Okay, well I re-rolled and got a 2.
no.
So the 3 stands.
See, that's why I allow these things. I know it's gonna
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, that's bad. What is going on though?
Advantage, so the 3 still stands.
Yeah.
If that's any better.
Yeah.
On the D20s that you guys have rolled, we have got 1, 1, 2, 3, and 7. That is bonkers bad.
So have you got a plan B if we don't catch up to him? Just in case.
No.
Maybe talk to the pirate captain, because maybe
Maybe. We
if
might
she's-
have got.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they were just using it as a staging area, and they were going to prep a couple of days before they headed off.
We don't know.
There's no
We're
reason.
only going to find out when we're there, I guess.
I guess. Here we go.
All right. Let's do this. Sorry, just setting up some stuff here as we go. Yeah, you guys are flying around. What was the perception check roll?
You got 18 total.
At 18 total.
18 total. Okay.
18 turtles. So many turtles.
Don't have great.
I'm assuming that this is a new day.
Yes, you guys would certainly get the chance to take your long rest,
Okay.
so that you have all those things done.
Okay.
What is this?
Okay.
No, that's
I'll
not it.
click it to get that HP back then.
Trying to find something that I had set. Too many tokens.
I think our next crew member needs to be a navigator.
You're
There
a
you go.
captain.
Well, I'm going to use this, even though this is not what it is.
A navigator to someone who knows how a map works. We all know how a map works.
All right.
Yeah, you say that. Yet this 2-day trip has taken us 5.
I keep
Maybe-
looking for a tree so I can find out where the moss is on the tree to know which way is north. There are
Maybe
no
some-
trees in the sky.
Maybe some kind of weather druid or weather cleric or something to maybe make the grain go away.
Yeah. Like a storm sorcerer.
That would work too.
It's always magic with you guys. Like, we just
Dead.
navigator, pick a right route. We could have.
All right. As you guys are flying through the air,
I see some stuff up ahead. It doesn't
Yeah.
look good.
you spot
I don't
a
know. I'm in a
bunch of
cloud.
shapes flying, like kind of coming out of a cloud area and flying towards you.
They're huge.
What
What
the
is
eight-
that?
They're not that huge. I just really didn't
Okay.
make them all tiny.
I was like, what in the name of what?
With an,
My
Wait.
God.
with an 18, I can't quite make out their size, but it's not good.
Okay.
They are large creatures, but they're not.
They're large. They're not as
They're
big
not
as the size of the
huge.
ship then. Okay, fine. Cool.
Yes,
That's
they're not
better.
that big.
It's still an
Yeah.
issue.
So yeah, there's seems to be like almost a flock of these creatures kind of coming towards you guys.
They're getting so weird. They were once big and now they're small, getting closer. It must be magic.
Stupid.
Yeah, Hendrix, magic.
Like that.
Super
That's just,
good.
you know, I can't answer the question. Must be magic.
It's just magic. Like, don't overthink it, my guy. It's fine. Okay. Gonna see that they're flying towards us, and I'm going to strike a chord in my folk lucan and cast fly on Natsu.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. You gonna let me roll? from
Why? Now I roll bad? Come on, my guys.
Still not much better for me.
here? We've got that 18 total.
18 there.
I got the whole 12. Although I have advantage to my roll. I know what it
Okay.
is. D&D Beyond saw my game last night and was like, no.
No, sir.
What did you do to those players?
7.
Okay, you have a flying speed of 60 foot, by the way.
Alrighty. Hendrix, you are the
Means-
first to react.
Shit, I don't know. I should have thought about this. I will bonus action activate my flying boots, so they're active. I will tell the ship to stay out of harm's way as I prepare to join whoever attacks first. I'm not going to be the first one flying in like a crazy person.
Alrighty. Cool. Lucius will step forward and he's going to aim at one and he's going to fire off some Eldritch Blasts. Because that's the easiest thing to do. 1, 2. So yeah, he sends off 3 blasts at these, and as they kind of come into clarity, you spot their large winged creatures with like the head of an eagle and a body of like a cat, like a lion.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can I just use one of my bonus action for something that I didn't do?
Go for it.
I just want to use one of my blood boons, so take a d6 of damage to get something.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll do that. 2 damage.
I think all these were 30 feet, right? That's how we set up. Yep. Okay. Excuse me. 60. This one kind of flies up to the ship. Me dashing. I guess they will dash. This one will dash and kind of like land on the ship, which means like pretty much all of these can dash up. Because they have an 80-foot fly speed. Which makes I should have had like a onboard the ship. I do have a ship. Where's that? That's a lower deck. I don't see it. Anyways, yeah, you guys move forward. They all move forward, but they had to dash to get there. So there are, I think, 9 of these creatures all surrounding you guys, trying to, they're landing on the deck, on the sail. They're kind of like crawling all over the ship, kind of looking at you guys hungrily. With that, Natsu, you're next.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically run up the sail post to the one shredding or landing on sails, basically.
Okay.
And attack that one.
Sounds good.
16 hit.
What a scary battle cry.
16 will hit. Yeah.
It's a scary battle cry.
Take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows and do 2 more attacks to this guy.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Another max damage. 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And last roll is a 20, dirty 20. That is 7 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. You land some hits. It is looking pretty beat up now, but it is still going, and its tension definitely seems to look at you. Randy, you are up.
Randy's going
Hendrix.
to throw his hands down by his sides, and as he does so, another 3 versions of Randy will appear as I cast Mirror Image.
Nice.
And as I do that, Fly is dropped from Natsu instantaneously.
I don't think it was.
It's not a concentration, I don't think.
Oh, no, you're right,
Yeah.
100%. Okay, groovy. I just assumed it would be. Okay, that's fine. Mirror Image, Fly
Natsu,
still on
you can
Natsu.
fly.
We'll see how much
Like-
longer.
I can walk faster.
That's 100% true. I will look at Hendrix and I go, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." I give you a salute. And as I send that there, you see my hand salute softly over to your around your forehead. There's a tiny little one just whizzing around your head as you get a bardic inspiration with a moat.
Nice.
Thank you.
I will pull out my sword and wait grimly for an attack.
All right. Hendrix, you're up.
Okay. So am I right in thinking they're all either on the ship or within reach of the ship?
Yeah.
From where
I mean,
okay.
we're going to do this as pretty loose as
Yeah.
I probably should have had a deck of the ship ready for this combat, but I forgot how quickly these things moved.
I will use my bonus action to do another blood boon and take 4 damage. So now I've got the extra damage and the extra chance to hit active. I will shout to Lucius and tell him to cover Natsu. So we're in pairs at least. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And whichever one of these creatures is closest to me and Randy, I will then approach.
Okay.
And
Sounds
it's
good.
the classic run in, booming blade, retreat
Step
back.
Sounds good.
So that is a dirty 20 before I start adding other stuff on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You good.
Okay, so that's 27 piercing. That's not the right booming blade. I need 2 of them, 3 of them. Oh, that's shitty, but 7 thunder.
Okay.
And then 8 necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, it is certainly looking worse for wear. As you... Oh, I did it on the wrong... Oh.
So how close are these creatures?
I mean, they're all on the ship, crawling
Okay.
all over the ship,
And the
moving
ship's maybe 90 feet long at most.
Yeah.
Ignore
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay, Lucius will go. He will head over towards one kind of near Natsu, I guess. And he's going to swing his blade. That will definitely hit. There's a use. He has a shield, so he uses the one hand. Jesus. 19 points of damage with that swing. I think he's got 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure he does.
20. And 18 points of damage with that swing. Jeez. Oh, he's got the butt attack thing.
Yeah. Polearm Master.
Yeah. He does have extra attacks, so he would also use his Polearm Master. So, I'm gonna roll that. Yep. 10, so 10, 18, 19, 28, 47 points of damage. And I'm gonna put that on this one. 47 points of damage on this one. All right. They're up. This one's going to go after Lucius. Why not? He's not here. 18 will miss him. Next one at Natsu. 25 to hit Natsu.
Yeah, I don't think I got an ability to avoid that either.
18 to hit as well.
Okay.
So the first one, we got 12 points of damage as its beak like digs into you. 18, I think, misses, right?
18 does miss.
Okay, so that one, so 12 points of damage
12 points of damage, okay.
is the total on that one.
I got confused. I was like, 18 points of damage. And another what? Oh, shit.
Nope. Just checking. See if it hits. Okay, that one missed Lucius. We're going to do one on Randy. We got 15 to hit Randy, but I know it's got we got to roll.
So roll a d20.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll or you roll?
Here, I'll roll here. Let's see. I got a 9.
I think that misses. It hits one of my guys.
Okay.
So I've got 2 left.
So that guy's gone. We got attack with his claws. That'll hit. So let me roll again. 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that will be here. 12 points of slashing damage as its claw rakes across you, finding the real you. The one that was on that you had hit, Hendrix, is going to come forward, so roll your damage on that.
Okay, a couple of d8s for another 10 thunder.
Okay.
And if he's still standing, I'll use my reaction to use my brace maneuver, which does the same thing as basically Sentinel. I can attack them when they come into my range.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack.
25 to hit, and then a lot of damage. I rolled max damage on my...
He's dead.
I have 42 piercing.
He was at 2 when he came forward.
Yeah.
All right, another one's going to come up to you, though.
That's fine.
I figured. They're not that tough. It's just,
Numbers.
Let's see. Yeah, that's why there's so many of them. Ooh, that's a nat 20 for 26.
Damage. Or to hit.
Let's see how much damage. That was to hit.
Oh, I see.
So let's see. It's not going to be insane. 15 points of damage.
Okay.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
10 more points of damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's go back around. Another one at Natsu. Miss. Nat 20 Natsu.
Nat 20. I throw up my shield, and it gives me a +3 to AC, so it'd be 23 on my AC.
It's a nat 20 for 26.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely freaking hits. So yeah.
It's only 16 points of damage.
Okay.
We got Lucius, miss. Lucius hit. I think he'll let it through because I don't want to worry about expending his resources. He'll take 15 points of damage. Then we got one on Randy. Miss. One on Randy. Hit. Roll D20. 2 gets one of your guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then last but not least, one more on Captain Hendricks. There's a nat 20 for 26.
Silvery barbs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, son. That would be a dirty 20. I think that misses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I give the advantage to Natsu.
Speaking of Natsu, it's your turn.
All right. Same guy still in front of me.
You have an advantage right
yeah.
now in this hit.
Okay. First attack. Which I realized I screwed up last time I attacked because I had two actions, but not this time around. So dirty 20 for the first roll.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of damage.
And damage.
My second attack is a 25.
Yep.
For 8 points of damage.
8 damage.
How bad is it looking right now?
Pretty bad.
Okay. Flurry of blows once again.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
Hit.
For almost max. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
And my last one, maybe a miss. 13.
No, 13 will hit.
Okay. That one is also another 11 points of damage.
Okay. You finish that one off. There's one more that's kind of like on you, essentially. But you finished that one that you were targeting before.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I can do right now.
All right.
I'm staying up in the fray, so.
Mr. Loams.
How many of them are within 30 feet of me? If we're all
You
bunched up
are
there, pretty close to most
up
of them.
near Hendrix, so there's probably at least 3 that are within 30 feet.
Would you be happy to go to 4 or maybe 5?
I think we're going to stick with 3.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to hit 2 of them twice, I guess.
2,
I'm
4,
going
5.
to cast at 7th level Steel Wind Strike. So I will take a swing at the first guy near me. I disappear for a second and then I reappear behind him, and my blade becomes ridiculously sized for a second as it chops down.
Okay.
Careful of the ship.
There's a 15 hit.
Yep.
He takes 34 points of damage.
Okay, that one's dead. Oh, wait. Yeah, that one's dead.
I then disappear from him and I land next door to the one nearest Hendrix. And I slice at his neck for a nat 20,
That will deal.
doing 80 points of damage.
Oh,
I then
jeez.
disappear
gone.
from that one and I land behind the third one.
Yeah,
That's a 28 to hit,
yeah.
and that does 41 points of damage.
Good lord. Still clinging to life, but looking worse
I
for
will
wear.
then appear next to him.
Okay.
And I'll go. Bet you didn't think I could do that, mother lover. Out of breath. And
That's pretty cool.
And I will then, as a bonus action, can I offhand strike with my Stoneheart dagger into him?
I think your spell is your action.
Yeah, I'm saying as bonus action is my offhand strike.
You can only do that if you use your attack action to.
Right. I apologize. You're 100%
okay.
correct.
Okay. I'm pretty lenient with most things. I'm just trying to keep a little bit.
Yeah. I dig it. In which case, I think I'm going to just do another quick bardic, this time for Lucius.
Sounds good. Hendrix, you're up.
Seeing that happen, see me stop and just give a slow little clap.
Yeah.
Like, that was pretty crazy. I'm just watching you teleport around. I'll rinse and repeat what I did last time and go up to the closest, if there are any alive at the back of the ship still, and booming blade, step away.
Yeah. Yep. There was one that hits. There's one
27 to hit.
Randy had almost finished.
30 points of piercing.
And you finished that one off.
Okay, cool. None of the, if there are no more at the back of the ship, then face the others and start making my way towards them. But I have no more action. I'll use my bonus action to second window and get a little bit of HP back.
Sounds good. Yeah, there are 4 that are up against those in the front. Lucius is going to step forward and attempt to deal with one of them. That would be a hit. Be 18 points of damage. Okay, so he'll finish off this one here. And then he will turn towards another one. Got 3 left. So, main hand strike for 18 more points of damage and a plus attack for 11. So, 29 more points of damage from him, dealing about half. Now, these griffins are going to respond. The one that he just hit, we're going to have him go at Lucius. That will miss. That will definitely miss. We're going to have one at Natsu. 22 to hit Natsu.
Throwing up my shield.
Okay.
Spending a key point. 23.
Okay. And then we got one more. Miss. And miss. So, yeah, they attempt to respond, are unable to. It's your turn, Natsu.
Okay. Once again, right after the same person, and not same person, but the next victim.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unarmed strike. Ooh, almost a nat 20. Instead I rolled 8, so 18.
Okay.
Ooh, max damage on that one, 13 points damage.
13 damage.
Second attack, 14.
Hits?
Still hits.
Yeah, they're really low armor.
Minimum amount of damage, 6 points of damage.
Okay, still going.
Spending another key point for flurry of blows. Oh, so close. 14 again.
Okay.
And a little bit better, 7 points of damage. And
okay.
Last one, 21.
That should do.
And 10 points of damage.
Okay, you finish that one off. There are 2 left. And if you're done, it's Randy's turn.
It is, absolutely.
There are 2 left on board, Randy. They're both overcome by Lucius and Netsu.
Okay. I will cast at 5th level, Still Wind Strike as I run up to them, disappearing for a second and appearing behind one.
The beauty of being a spellcaster and knowing you're going to get a long rest before you have to deal with all this again.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
It's just magic.
30 points of damage.
30 damage.
As I disappear from view, and then I reappear behind the other one. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
That's doing 32 points of damage.
Yeah, we'll finish that one off.
One
left.
Okay. Action. It's done there. I can't do anything else as a bonus. Well, I can, but is the thing on the ground? Is it on the deck?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's over by Lucius on the deck.
Okay. Is the rigging near it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to cast animating performance on the rigging to try and get it to grapple the creature from behind and hold it in position, so that Lucius can just kill it real quick.
What's the strength on that, or whatever?
That is a great question. Strength is 18, so it's plus 4.
Plus 4. So roll me a d20 plus 4.
Sure. Nat 20.
Okay.
No, wait. I rolled a 13. I was just calling it.
It is
so
still grappled. I rolled a 4 for an 8. So it's grappled up. Hendrix. You see the rigging kind of come alive and wrap around this griffin, holding it down. It is.
It's the last one, right?
There's one left, and you have advantage.
You see me, I flourish my sword, give a nod to Randy, slowly walk up to it, and slowly push my sword into it, doing booming blade, as always.
Oof. Okay.
For an advantage roll, 26 to hit.
Hey, tell you what, add throw in the bardic on there as well. Throw another d10 on top.
And I'll do that bardic that I never used at the beginning of the combat for 1. So it's a 27 to hit.
It still hits.
Yeah.
No, actually now it misses. It went past the threshold back around. No.
It's all the way back around. No!
No, numbers are cyclical. Who knew?
Okay. 29 piercing.
30 piercing. Plus 1 thunder damage.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, well, I got thunder damage for the booming.
Yeah.
So there's 2 of them for 10 plus your 1, so 11 thunder, and then 2d6 necrotic for another 7 necrotic. So that's 29, 40, 47 total.
Yeah. It is still going, but it's looking brutal.
Cool.
Stepping back.
Bonus action. Can I psychically shove it off the side of the ship?
I mean,
it'll be a contested check, but he's grappled, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, I guess, roll your contested however that one works. I'll roll his, and Randy, roll one for your animated rope.
Okay.
Whoever wins, wins.
It's going to have to be a 19 total.
Okay. Like, what do you want me to roll? Like, I know I've got a DC of it.
Yeah.
Like 15.
Oh, is it? He's got a roll.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let me see first. What's the save on it? Strength save?
15. Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics. Like, it's a grappling style.
Okay, so he had only rolled an 8. So I guess roll a D20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Who, me?
No, Billy.
Okay, I got a 14, and I don't know what my spellcasting modifier is.
Well, whatever what are you using for the telekinesis thing?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I think
Whatever.
because of that, I had to. Yeah.
Stat. What are you using on
Charisma,
that?
so I got the thing in, so it would have been a +2, so 16.
16.
think that's
Okay,
right.
so the 18 from the ropes still wins out. All
But,
Okay, cool.
but
Does he
as
want to let go?
yeah, as a reaction, I can drop a grapple, can't I?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go
Let's
with that.
go as you come through.
So yeah, you shove it off the edge, and it like screeches and starts soaring. Lucius looks at you like, "Are we letting it go or finishing it off?"
We can finish it off, but it's got a booming blade on it, so as soon as it starts trying to flap its wings, it's going to take more damage.
Roll the damage.
For another 13 thunder.
So Lucius
Okay.
says, "Are we letting it go?"
Yeah, pretty much. Like Lucius is like, you can see like the Eldritch Blast is like lighting up in his hands, like ready to go. And as you're like, if it moves, then there's like a puff of feathers, and it's just falling to the ground. And that's the combat. You guys have a few dead griffins on board, but other than that, you are good to go.
Nice. Lucius, do you want to declaw them? Is there anything valuable in these sort of things for us?
We they are considered good meat. We can harvest the various things of that nature.
Fantastic.
Um,
Looks like
also-
we're having griffin stew.
I will get to work. Also, there might be other things. Now, there is also valuables. I mean, wizards and stuff like that love components and crap. So, aka magic.
Yeah, if you want to roll a survival roll, as you try to like take
Can I-
these things apart.
Use my cooking ability.
The cooking, I'm gonna say you get a certain amount of food and stuff. It's
Okay.
do you manage to save any components that you think are
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
worthwhile for like
yeah,
a
yeah.
wizard or something?
Okay.
Can I give him a
Survival.
bardic inspiration, seeing what he's doing here?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's a D10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the survival first.
Okay.
Ooh, that was good. 30, 20.
Okay.
Plus a D10, which is another 2, so 22 total.
Okay.
You can roll
Yeah.
that. Wait, hold on. Something you can do here with that.
You can re-roll it, I think, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Know your sheep, people.
It's been a
Your
bit.
spells.
Ability check. So you can re-roll that bardic inspiration die if you want.
Okay, gonna do it. 7, so now it's 27.
27.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you are able to like gather up quite a bit of valuable pieces of griffin. Feathers, eyes, like beak, claws, these things that like you have already probably sold in the past to wizards
Of
and
course.
places like that. You know, that you're able to gather up these resources and set them aside in a way that they won't be damaged. Like putting the eyes in like a jar of vinegar or something, whatever, you know, to preserve it, and then probably not vinegar, that would probably disintegrate, or whatever it is that preserves crap. I'm not into that stuff. And
Pickled griffin eye.
you're able to gather a good amount of meat that you're able to use over the next couple days of travel as you go. Speaking of days of travel, who's rolling us? Who's going to progress us forward?
I will do a perception roll.
I'm running the D20. It's happening.
Do it.
I'm going to roll 18.
Another storm rolls through. Let's.
No! No!
I don't know if it matters. But for the perception, I also rolled a 1 and got a 13 total.
The storm kind of blindsided you guys.
Do you know how dumb it is that I rolled a 2? I'm a halfling. If I had rolled a 1, I get to re-roll that. But I don't re-roll a 2.
Worst number you can roll, period, right? Anyways.
I have expertise. So any ability check I make, if it was an ability check, I would have been doubled up for anything. Oh my god, I'm so stressed.
That's right. We'll just say it took you an extra day to get there. I'm going to say you arrive eventually. The ship is a little bit battered and bruised from the storms and from the cannons, which it's starting to slowly like mend itself back together, but it takes quite a bit of time to like a severe amount of damage from all those cannon fire. So it's starting to knit itself together. As you guys approach, you see an island. It's mostly like rocky on the sides. It's got like a valley that seems to be in the middle, which has been built upon by various like ornate buildings of like large pillars, big stained glass windows and such. There's a large stone dockway that's been like pulled out of the island. It's out with like pillars that line it. There are some like soldiers you can see patrolling there. There are other docks like lower down where you can see several ships at that are docked up. You see kind of floating in the air above this valley that takes over the central part of this main island, there is a large contraption, I guess. It's like almost like a gyroscope sort of spinning of metallic rings and spheres, all kind of like moving in this ornate kind of ballet of multiple like iron rings spinning in different directions, some like vertical, some horizontal, some in a slant, and then these spheres that are like glowing with energy. Some of them are attached to these iron bars. In the middle, there's a large sphere that just seems to be spinning in a circle in the middle with a smaller iron band kind of going around the outside of it, just hovering outside of it. And from various temples, there seems to be like a light or an energy that's visibly going up towards this large sphere in the middle. And you have arrived at the main island of Blessed Leoth.
Is that its official name, Blessed Leoth?
Yes. So this would be, and you guys would probably know this. Yeah, I guess it does somewhat look like a Adam, as someone in chat dropped here, but yeah. You would know that Blessed Leoth is kind of like the central hub for like the religious peoples of all the islands. So it is like its own nation, but it is essentially set up as like this is where people go to learn about religion, learn other things too. Like they have universities here and things here that are designed for like the more academic learning of things. A lot of the book learning, and it stays like neutral from everybody else by kind of being this spot where people go to learn and to have their faith like affirmed. People do pilgrimages here to go to some of these temples to see this what they call the Celestial Observatory, which is this that spherical object that you see up top, is a kind of magical beacon, magical power that this holy city is able to tap into and utilize. You're able to pull up to the docks, and I wonder if I could share this in chat at least. Yeah, so this is an image I found on the web that's kind of my general vision of what this kind of looks like as you come up. Sorry for those chat that can't see it. It is not my image, so I don't have copyrights. I'm not sure where I got it. It was ages and ages ago. So as you dock up, you see a centaur female, like bedecked in armor, like well polished, silver and gold elements of the armor, kind of like comes up, stands right up near the ship, and kind of raises a hand towards you guys. Hail, sirs. What brings you to the Blessed Island?
To talk to them, you want
Hey, greetings. Few things. Rest, repair. We drifted off course by a few days due to some heavy storms in the area.
Yes. There were some bad storms.
We experienced all of them.
without fail. Like we didn't miss one of them. We got the complete storm tour.
Sometimes the gods test those wishing to come to see their determination.
Talking of people coming here to search for determination, we're actually hoping
Nice segue.
that colleague and friend of ours was already here. Would he go by his name?
Maybe
I
the
turn
ship.
back to the ship. Name of the ship. The Sweet Revenge, I believe he was on.
Well, you guys had seen the Sweet Revenge leave before he arrives. So you're not 100%
Yeah.
sure whether he got to that ship or not. But
True.
feel free to use that. I was just putting it out there that.
Gonna take the Sweet Revenge. This is
Well-
that spikes anything.
Honestly, I am not privy to the comings and goings of all the visitors here upon the island, but I can bring you to Mother Kiel if you would like to speak to someone in charge here on the island. At least a portion of her duties do have to deal with the comings and goings of visitors here.
Yeah, if that would be lovely. We could obviously talk to somebody that, no offense, knows what goes on, more detail on this island.
None taken. I am but a guard here upon the island. I do not take a great deal of interest in the ships that come and go. In fact, we don't keep large amounts of records on that stuff. We're here for people to come and visit and go as they will. Once ships depart, in general, we have forgotten entirely who and what they were. But maybe Mother Kiel can help you.
Brilliant. And sorry, where would we go to find her?
Yes, if you follow this main pathway, It will have 2 splitting paths that go up either side of the valley, and one that goes straight ahead. If you go up the right pathway up to that tower there, she gestures, and you see this like crystalline tower of like a blue crystal that kind of juts out of one side of the rock. You may find Mother Kiel there.
Brilliant. And regards docking our ship, is there a dockmaster we need to check in with?
You may leave it here if you like. If you'd like, I can have people see to the repairs. They will get to work on it while you're waiting here. If you're staying for a long period of time, Mother Kiel can direct you to another dock. If it's a shorter visit, she'll probably just leave you there.
Okay, well, we'll stay here for a moment, and we more than likely probably end up doing our own repairs, depending on the issue. We haven't had a chance to assess them yet properly. In the back of my head, knowing that it's slowly repairing itself anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know how damaged it is yet. But is the ship? I don't want to say this is the first time I've been to this island. Is the ship going to be secure and safe here?
Yes. Don't worry. I myself, along with some other guards, will be around. We'll see to it. Thievery is most frowned upon here upon the island, so anyone wishing to meddle with your items aboard ship would face very strict consequences for such things.
Okay. I look at the rest of the crew.
Don't break the rules.
I am ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's go into this town then.
All right.
I guess I'll little message to the ship. Let me know if anyone gets around the ship too close. I'll also leave Daisy on the ship as well, so at least I've got some eyes on the ship. And guess we'll start walking up the walkway. How many other ships are docked in this area? Is it quite busy? Is it like 'cause you said it was the main island, so I'm assuming there's a lot coming in and out.
Yeah. So this is there's like one long like stone dockway which you've kind of pulled up in one of this like locations. There's probably like 3 other ships that are docked on this one, but then there are like more docks that are further like on the underside of the island, sort of thing. And there are probably about 15 or 20 ships that are docked up in different mooring spots down there. Cool. Yeah, you guys are able to walk in. You follow the directions. You kind of like walk up this step path that kind of weaves up and down the side of this fairly increasing like cliff face, up to one of the closer buildings, which is this like crystalline tower that you were directed towards, with a just like the opening is worked into the crystal itself, and you can kind of see it's an opaque crystal, but like the light will like refract and shimmer off of the edges of this as you kind of work your way in. And at the bottom level of this, as you step in, it is it has like a big like throw rug or whatever on the ground covering much of the area to cover up a lot of the like hard crystal surface of this bottom floor. And behind a desk you see an older woman of probably half elven descent. She's got like slightly pointy ears. Her hair is kind of pulled back in a bun. She is wearing like light blue robes, and she's sitting behind the desk with like a quill and a book, and she's like working in the ledger, and she kind of like glances up as you walk in. Hello, travelers, I see. I'm Mother Kiel. I am the the overseer of the docks and the comings and goings of pilgrims here. How can I help you?
Randy, if you don't mind.
We're looking for ship manifests. We're looking for one particular ship. And we're hoping that maybe you can help us find what we're looking for. I appreciate that you must have a lot on your plate and you must get all manner of guests coming in every single day, but surely you can spare a little time for little old me and see what you could do for me just now, huh? What do you think?
Well, give me what you have and I can see what I can tell you. I mean, what information do I have to go about finding this?
Sure. No, I understand. I give her the information that we have got with relation to the ship.
Let's see. I don't see any. Don't seem to remember any sweet revenge, any ship of pirate-like origin here. We've had several ships in the last week. Was there someone in particular you're looking for, or?
Yeah. Someone of ancient regality.
Ancient regality. Well, I'm not sure.
Insight check.
Okay. Give me insight check. Get to something where I can roll.
It's a 15.
Yeah. You can tell she's probably holding back a little bit.
I'm going to, using telepathy, I'm going to speak inside her mind with her own voice, saying, I know he said not to say anything, but this one seems like he wants to help. Go on. He seems lovely. Why would you just hide the truth from a halfling? You know they're good people. Besides, look at his crotch. That is phenomenal. Well, he must have 3 socks down there, or he is blessed as I could only hope the Allfather is.
If you wanted more information about someone of high stature who perhaps could have bypassed coming through me, they would have gone to see Blessed Mother Lorena May in the main temple. It's probably your best bet. You can see her there. There's also her kind of steward, Brother Markin, perhaps could help you or get you to see her if she's busy. Other than that, I don't have much else for you. I do apologize, young lad.
No. You've been an absolute pleasure. And maybe after I've finished my business, you and I could go for a little walk along the edge and you can tell me about your fair island.
Very, very nice offer of you. However, I must go about my duties, and I have many things planned for this evening. But I do wish you great luck, young man.
I must remember to buy some soap later on. This bath is going to be ecstatic. And I will walk on.
Just washing her hair, right?
If you need, you take the main pathway in the valley straight on. You'll see the high temple there, and you'll be able to find the mother there.
Okay. So during this conversation that's been happening, where I've been engaging with her at close range, trying to make sure that I'm her entire world, I'm assuming there's no one else around in this area. Is that correct? That we're kind of isolated to a degree?
Yeah, she's pretty much there by herself. You do see, like, out by the front door, there is a guard that's standing there in, like, resplendent golden armor. like a large helm that covers most of the face. It's like shadows whatever's inside.
He's at the door.
Nice,
He's
but,
looking
yeah.
out. He's not looking in. I'm fine with that. I've dealt with gatekeepers, shall we say, and I've dealt with individuals who have to deal with legal documents and sign-in sheets. I would know where there is a chance where a sign-in sheet from the previous week would be held in some kind of repository, not a lockbox necessarily, but rather a file off to one side of the desk. So whilst I'm talking to her, I would have had an opportunity whilst the conversation was going on with Hendrix to espy where that repository would be. Whilst I'm talking to her, I'd like to be doing Mage Hand as a subtle spell to actually grab that and put that into Hendrix's hands.
All right. I mean, it is an officer, and she has some books and she has some ledgers like directly in front of her. There are like cabinets, essentially like finely crafted wooden cabinets, interworked with like gold filigree into it, that are around, that would look like somewhere where you would put like past documents, information like that, whatever in those. But as to which one,
Okay. I hear what you're saying. It would have been cooler if I had got away with it.
I know.
That's right. I can't always get away with it though.
This is a well-oiled, holy island of people who have nothing better to do than to keep things neat and orderly.
Did anyone else hear the GM just say a well-oiled hole? That's what I heard. Okay. That is fine.
No.
That's all I took from that.
That's all I heard.
Yeah.
It went pure white noise, well-oiled hole, white noise. Okay. Gonna move on.
All right. You guys head back out, making your way through this valley, and you see like they have these very steep cliffs, so you're almost like in shade the whole time. Above you, there's like pathways that cross from one side of the valley to the other side. And I mean, it's not like a massive like valley as far as it goes. Like there's like probably a 50-foot span from like one cliff face to the other cliff face. So it's a fairly small like passage here. There is a roadway that's been made here out of like finely crafted large stone slabs that have then been like chiseled and worked in like various imagery of the gods, various symbols that denote very like the holy orders, and that as you walk, you see more of these golden armored warriors walking to and fro, some crossing across the pathways above you. You see robed figures that look like clergy or priests kind of bustling about. And then you kind of get to a spot, and there's like trees that have been kind of like formed, and a archway of like plants that were formed to kind of make an opening that once you step through or step up close enough to it, you can see inside. And there are large waterfalls that are like falling down from the cliffs above, landing into these giant pools that have been like formed and crafted. Like, so there's definitely like stonework around it. So it's not like fully natural pools. And there are statues of like gods and holy figures from the past that align this walkway that goes out with the two pools along either side. The pathway kind of narrows down to probably like a 15-foot wide walkway that goes up to a large, almost like palace-looking structure that's kind of worked into the stones that had formed around at the end of this valley. So like it would be like a giant U kind of valley that goes through, and at the very end is this large palace. inner worked with like finely crafted statues all over it, and gold like domes of roofs, and lots of stained glass. And as you walk in, there's like a large hallway that greets you. There is up near the front, there's a let's see, there's a lizard folk guy standing by the door in a brown robe, and kind of scurries over, looks up at you guys. Hello, I am Brother Markin. Can I help you? Welcome to the Holy City. I do not remember seeing you guys before.
Yeah, no, we're new here, mate. Brother Markin, we've been recommended to speak to you and to your sister. Is she available?
The Blessed Mother. I can get you to her. Yes. What is That's gorgeous. Love it. What is your business here, if you mind me not asking?
Brother Markin, with respect, I'd rather actually say this just for the ears of the mother herself.
Ah, very important, then, I see. Well, no problem. I can get you to the Blessed Mother. There usually is a slight donation that is, suggested to those who would like to see the Blessed Mother as a way to further our operations here. It's a measly 50 gold pieces is usually the offering given to the gods.
I give 5 platinum pieces. And I go,
Very nice.
there you are, sir.
So good to see holy pilgrims come. And he takes it and he like puts it in a slot in the wall. If you will follow me. And he leads you over to a door at the end of the hallway, which opens up into another fairly large, like, receiving hall area, I guess, like a grand chamber, which at the end there is a throne room, like a throne set up essentially at the end of it, and sitting on it is a girl of probably like 12 years old, dressed in white robes with golden trim on it, and holding like a scepter that has on the top of it like basically a facsimile of that spherical dome that had floated above. It too is also moving and rotating as sits there, and the little kind of red-skinned lizard folk kind of like scurries forward. Blessed Mother, and he bows really low to this girl. We have some visitors coming here for you. They did not wish to denote their business, but seeing as you had some free time here, I thought I could usher them straight in. She kind of nods at him. Thank you, good sir. Thank you, Brother Markin. And you see, like, kind of surrounding this hallway, like along the edges, there are probably 24 of these golden armored figures standing around, almost like statuesque, like, but you could tell, especially those with great perceptions, that they are indeed like living creatures, like standing there just keeping vigil.
Okay.
She gestures and Brother Markin kind of runs away. Greeting travelers. I am Mother Lorena May. Welcome to Leoth. What can we do for you?
I look at Hendrix as if to get permission to speak. Look at Natsu as if to get permission to speak.
Go ahead.
Before I say anything, GM,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess I have almost zero experience with lizard folk and with the history and knowledge of their interactions with dragons, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Fine. So I'm seeing a small dragon person on an island, and they're in charge of it. And the person that we were chasing was a dragon.
Well, the one that led you in was Brother Markin, who was the lizard folk. The one he led you to is like a 12-year-old human girl who's kind of taken over and is now like brushed him off to go do his thing, and she is standing while she's sitting there. She does rise, to give you a nod of the head as if to say, like, go ahead.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's always our way.
Yeah.
After, yeah, as he thinks himself, I could do this posh, but I'm not going to. Afternoon, how are you doing?
Doing well. What brings you to our islands?
A thirst for knowledge and a requirement to do what's right and a fear of an idiot making bad choices.
Ah. That is
a
I
lot.
suppose a noble request, a noble quest of yours.
There's no supposing about it. It either is or it isn't, and you're the kind of voice that should know. Are you one to deal in absolutes?
I want to leave people with options in their lives to make the right decisions for themselves.
Good. I can work with that. That's all right. My name is Randy. These are my compadres. We work with the Shield Wardens on the islands over on Latong. I'm going to assume that you know about it, since the kind of circles you walk in are the kind of circles that they walk in.
Yes, I believe I've had words recently with Theodosia, right? That is your...
How recent is recently?
Oh, she's been in touch in the last week or so.
Oh, good. Then I'm going to say a phrase to you. The collared ones.
She's spoken of these, yes.
We are looking to resolve that particular situation with an air of finality. I believe an individual came to this island recently with a similar goal. An individual who has the appearance of one thing but is in reality another. You wouldn't know anything about that, though, would you?
Many have appearances that aren't exactly what they are, but I believe you're speaking of one of a scaled nature.
Absolutely. See, I like you. You give off honesty even though you're not saying what you really are. And that's your choice. I'll say this. He may be old, and he may be wise, and he may have had the patience of centuries to grow to the level of power that he has. I fear his actions may be rash just now, and the choices that he makes are not necessarily those one given to reason. A power in his possession, one of sorrow, yes,
Yes.
maybe utilized in a way that is what he considers to be a good idea, but could be detrimental to those around us, to everybody. Is he still here?
No, he did not stay long. He came to speak to one denizen of our island, and after that conversation, he resumed his journeys.
Do you know where he's gone?
He's gone to the east, an island known as Mashok.
Have you got a way of getting to Mashok?
I can provide you information that will allow you and your ship to make that journey.
We made a journey here already, and we managed to find every single storm between the Arkosian and here.
That is
We
true.
are brave warriors and shit sailors.
Are you looking for a crew? She kind of has a half laugh in her.
I'm looking for a magic flute. I figure, with respect to this area and to yourself and the position within you find yourself, you have the means, I believe, to teleport us there with our ship to that place so that we can at least arrive at the same time as our scaly friend. Will you aid us?
I'll aid to certain points, but transporting ships and people is not really in our designs. Perhaps the gods have wanted you to slow down and arrive after him. How am I to fight that?
See, and here's a conversation where we started talking about people can make their own choices.
Yes, I can choose to help, and I can choose to transport, or I can choose not to. They're all wonderful choices, aren't they?
Crick my neck for a second. Telepathically, I send an image to Randy, to Hendrix of what in the actual blue fuck. And then I carry on looking at her. I go, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe then a crew and a boon and a way that we could actually catch them up with some blessed weather.
Perhaps, yes. That I might be able to provide. At least a little bit of a bump in your direction.
When did they leave?
They have about 3 days advance on you, I think.
We're never going to catch them.
Do you need to catch?
I mean, you can't talk to somebody if they're not there. Can't reason with something that's already happened.
Yes. I'm not sure his full plans. As I said, he came to speak to someone here up on the island and then departed shortly after. Was not much for listening to reason, as best as I could give.
Okay. Can I ask who the denizen was? They wanted to visit.
Yes, if you want. Not one many wish to come to see. Is an ancient being who's lived upon these lands for a very long time. One that goes by the name of Draxon.
Draxon.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name alliterative to his race?
No, he's very much human. One of which, whose item this friend of yours decided to steal.
What?
The Crown of Sorrow once belonged to a member of a royal line.
Yes.
One by the name of Draxon.
Yeah.
A being now very, very old. But he tends to keep to himself. He resides here among our blessed halls in the depths of our island, providing security and sanctuary there, both for himself and for extra protection for the island.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think we're going to have to talk to Draxon. Probably going to spend the rest of the day doing that and get back on the ship and go. In the meantime, can you secure for us a crew that will listen to us and will know what the hell they're doing?
We can do that. I will have someone look into that. And she glances over, and one of the golden armored figures, a female form that you can tell based on the armor cut and everything, will kind of start walking off.
Oh, that gold armor.
Yes.
Can we get a section of that made up for my friend here, pointing to Lucius?
He glances over at him. Well, the golden armor is for a certain order of my people that fall under our thing. Besides, he's got a wonderful set of crystalline armor there that he uses, I'm sure, to great effect.
All right. He does prefer the gold, though, but I see what you're saying.
Would look good in it, I'm sure, but I don't think he is ready to walk the path that those have to. And given his weaponry, I'm sure he's not ready for that.
Okay. Well.
But you wish to speak to Drax?
Yeah.
All right. She kind of gestures and steps over, and behind the throne, there's like a large, intricate statue that's been like worked in, like a relief into the wall, symbol of a like battle between like angels and demons clashing together, like in the middle. And she'll tap her staff, and it will pulse with like a light blue light, and down the middle, where there wasn't like any seam that you could tell before, it slowly slides open, and you see like a tunnel that starts with stairs that kind of start leading down, spiraling down out of sight. There we are, boys. He is safe. The denizens there are safe. They will not harm you, as long as you do not raise your weapons or magics against him or his denizens.
No.
I try not to do that, then.
I just try to warn people. Not everyone takes to creatures like him and his ilk kindly on their first sight.
Well, thank you, Mother. We shall speak again.
I do hope so. We'll see you when you're done. I will see to the crew.
All right. We head off.
And as you guys start to descend down the tunnelway, I think that is a good place for us to stop. And we can pick back up in 2 weeks' time, hopefully with all of our players here. Yeah, so that was that's Blessed Leo. That's the start of it. Where we're at. We're gonna head down next week and speak to Draxon, the former owner of the Crown of Sorrow, and yeah, we'll pick back up there 2 weeks' time. If you're looking for more games, we're hoping there's going to be a game on Wednesday night, assuming Dave's power doesn't go out again. So that will be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern, and I know way too late for the other two players here. But we do appreciate them joining us here during this game, and all you who joined us live. And like I said, you know where to find all of our stuff, all our socials. We'll announce games. I've got a new program I'm going to eventually do a video on when they release a little bit more of it, I think, because it's still kind of on the edge there of usability as it's still getting built up. But yeah, so look for all that stuff, and we appreciate y'all. Bye, guys.
Peace out, people.
Deuces.